Today I'm going to try an experiment using Stuck Up Piggy from This Little Piggy, Hoity Toity, and I am using a paintbrush to brush on the mica powder here. The stencil I'm using, I just stuck it right onto my coaster mold, and I'm going to do that for this experiment and see how well the mica powder stays stuck to the coaster mold after I have taken off the stencil and then pour the resin on top of it. Will it stay there and not move? That's the big question. Finished putting all the mica powder on, so now I was just going to take my stencil off, but then I realized that there was excess mica powder on it. I decided to flip it over on a tissue paper Kleenex and tap off any loose mica powder. It looked really good. As you can see there, it turned out really pretty, and look at the shimmer on that mica powder. That's just wow. And the different colors that it gives, the blue and then the purple. Love it. Now I have my black epoxy resin. I added Oxide black paint, acrylic paint, to the resin. Mixed it up. I mixed it first for 5 minutes, then I let it sit for 5, and then I put in the paint. And I'm leaving a little bit in the bottom of that cup so that I can use it for my next experiment. And here I'm just popping the bubbles with my lighter. You don't want to use anything too hot, because if you get too close to your mold, it will actually melt it, and then it will stick to your resin and ruin your mold. Now I have pushed it aside and I have the next mold, and I realized, no, I'm going to put down the black base first, and then once that's cured, I will then put the stencil back on it and then put the mica powder on. The magic that you brought away, but somehow all the colors just keep getting brighter. Yeah, I'm feeling it more every day. I think I'm hooked on you, baby, golden. The resin was a little thick, so I just took my heat tool and just heated up the resin so that I was able to move it a little bit more freely in my mold. These are ready and going to sit for a few hours. When it's cured, we will come back. The resin has cured. It's not tacky to the touch. As you can see, I was just touching it to make sure it wasn't tacky. And I'm demolding the first one I did right here, noticing the mica powder right in the center of the coaster. I'm trying to be gentle with it as it's still soft. Wow, that turned out pretty. It's awesome, and there's only a little bit of mica powder just sort of floating around in the black, which is fine. All right, so putting the other one to the side and taking the other one, I noticed that one side didn't have enough resin, so now I'm thinking, what am I going to do with that one side? And that's a decision I'm going to have to make. Not sure yet. This is how I'm laying down the stencil, and I didn't want it to move, so I taped the sides, and I'm using Axolotl from This Little Piggy, TLP, and I am using my Deer Stippler brush. Shh, don't tell any artist. It's a good brush. And I'm just gonna finish that off. And then I've taken Nightfall from this little piggy, and I'm gonna do the body and the antennae and the upper part of the butterfly wings here. I put all the mica powder on, and now I am going to take off the tape and peel the stencil off. Over every heartache, I believe that you could be the one to make me feel like heaven. Nothing is a mistake. Light me up and take me to a place. I was having issues taking off the stencil, so I put it in front of me, and I noticed that one of the upper wings, there was a little too much mica powder on it. I should have tapped it like I had done the previous coaster. Now I'm putting on a top coat of clear resin, and I'm gonna let it sit for 4 hours or more so it's cured. Now that the resin is on top of the butterfly, I am just gonna pop the bubbles with my lighter. I'll be everything that you ever wanted. Tell me I'm the only one that you need. The coasters are cured, and I've demolded my first one, and I am putting on J Diction UV resin.
I figured since this was a clear top coat, I'd use the J Diction UV resin. Can't speak. First thing in the morning. So this is going to be a top coat, and my other one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Why are you... There's something in there. Yeah, the other coaster, I wasn't sure what to do. What do you guys think I should do? Use a black ink for the background, or should I paint it, or should I add paint to the resin? What do you guys think? Let's spread this around to the edge, get out any lumps like this. Keep the stick nearby. And I'm just going to the edge, trying to get an even coat. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. I am having a marvelous time playing with art and resin. Got it. There we go. What do you guys think? Does it look good? Looks good to me. Oh, it's so pretty. And that hoity-toity stuck-up pig. Wow. Get my lamp out. I'm gonna do it in 2 stages. I won't bore you, but I'm gonna have it on the max setting. I'm gonna do it twice on each side. So twice here, and then I'm gonna move it over to the other side 2 times. When it's done, I will come back. Here are the 2 different techniques you can do with mica powder and a stencil and resin. I think this one here turned out a lot better than this one. It's still got a little bit of the mica powder around it, but it's very crisp. You can see the lines and everything, where this one here, I don't know, maybe it was the purple. I had too much because I noticed just here on this wing, some of the mica powder got in underneath the stencil. But this side is awesome. I'm not 100% sure why. And I have a nice top coat on here. I still haven't done a top coat for this one, and it's a little on the see-through side. So I still haven't done the back yet, but I'm going to do the same thing. I will mix up some resin and add some more Amsterdam Oxide black acrylic paint and put it on the back. I really enjoyed doing this experiment, and I am going to do some little flowers on jewelry pieces for the next one. I'm having fun with this. This is fun. Thank you everyone for being here today. I greatly appreciate everyone. Welcome everyone who's new to my channel and all my returning channel subscribers. Hello, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think you all should go be creative and have fun. I will see you in the next one. Bye.